All right. So it is your host, Mook, coach, whatever you want to call me, and we're here with a special guest in the lounge room. Can you give your name to the people?
Hi, I am Hello Charlie.
We have Hello Charlie here. I want to start out. Where did the name Hello Charlie come from? I feel like a lot of artists use their middle name. Is that a middle name?
Charlie is my whole name, yes.
It is your
Correct.
middle name.
But I made an Instagram before I got comfortable singing on Instagram, like and on my real Instagram with people. I made like not a fake one, but I wasn't showing my face. I would just sing on there, and I needed a name to work, so I just put Hello Charlie. Like I was supposed to be just Charlie, and I just put Hello Charlie, and then it just stuck. So then yeah, that's how Hello Charlie came about. Instagram name.
Okay. All right. Well, I like that. That's smooth. So you just dropped a project and I listened to it. I liked it.
Thank you.
It was nice. I when I was listening to it, I was getting different type of sounds from it. So I wanted to know, who do you have musical influences? Because I heard some influences in there, but I wanted to know because I know other artists I interviewed, like, I don't want to be just compared to nobody really. But do you have influences?
Yeah. My influence though, like honestly though, people would know my influence through my music. Like I would say definitely now one you could tell is Erykah Badu. Like
That's the main one. That is the main one. That's the number one. I promise you, that's the number.
Erykah Badu. My writing wise, like somebody who influenced me writing would be Janae Aiko. She influenced my writing
That's two.
style. And then a lot of people don't know who she is. She sings "Put Your Records On." That girl, put your records on song. Kareem Bailey Ray is the reason why I even started singing. Like I love her since I was like third grade.
Okay, so I was
So, yeah,
related to your writing, but you already described your writing. But I'm really happy that I picked those two because I hear the Erykah Badu, and plus I was listening to Erykah Badu like for the past couple of days since she did that Instagram live. So and then hearing yours is like, I I know exactly.
That timing was perfect too, because she had did that right before I was about to drop my stuff, and I had made that remake of On and On, so that was actually perfect. So yeah.
So you dropped at the right time. I mean, quarantine is the right time because nobody has anything
All right,
to
for
do
real.
but to listen to your music. So that's a great time to drop. So let's get into it. The project. It is 8 songs, 21 minutes. So what went into that, the project?
The crazy part is that wasn't even supposed to happen. Like I wasn't creating an EP, or I didn't have plans for an EP. It just happened. Like we got in quarantine and I had nothing to do. So I had all the studio equipment. I finally started learning to use it, and I just started making songs. And then like I started creating a collection of songs. And I'm like, hey, these all kind of have something in common. I hate men. Honestly, that's what the EP is like. Really, just like it's women being higher than men. Like instead of the like reverse role thing. So I don't know. It just happened. I mean, it took a lot of time. Like once I realized I was making an EP, that's when it started being a little bit more like time consuming, because I didn't just want to release anything knowing that this is my first time producing. So I wanted to make sure that it was like clear, people could hear me, and two, like obviously it's not about to be London on the track, but I still wanted to make sure the producing was decent. So like it took a lot of time for that. I started in making music, like producing this EP in March. March, and I just finished it. So, yeah.
So you did the whole thing on your own, the whole EP.
I didn't make the beats, but I produced the whole EP. And no, I just got this equipment in January. So like I just started learning how to produce in January.
Oh, you talented. Oh, talented. That takes some talent. Because producing, I've been in the studio with people, and making songs is a lot. So for you to do 8 songs on your own is, give you kudos for that. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, Boy Tears. I would ask where the title came from, but you said it already.
Yeah, making niggas cry.
You hate me. So how does it, like, I know it's like you're a new artist, you're brand new. Well, you've been singing for a minute. I know that you've been singing for a minute, but you put out an EP, how is it being vulnerable on the track? Like, how does that feel? Like, I feel like people use it as therapy. So is that what it is for you?
I'm sorry, what was that last part? You kind of broke up.
Is it like therapy for you, like to be on the track like that? Because like it seemed like you talking about a lot.
Definitely. Like my songs are my diary. And actually, if you listen to Boys Tears in order, it tells a story from top to bottom. Like ex-girl, you starting off as being somebody's ex-girl. So clearly something happened, you know? And then you end with poetry, which is like me speaking a poem of just like, and to add in like, it's therapy, but I wrote poems before I started writing songs. So that's why I added that poetry in there because like, that's also part of it. But yeah, I definitely would say it's therapy for me because I let out a lot of stuff. I didn't sing mad, I didn't sing and cry. So yes, music is definitely therapy for me in my songs.
That you answered one of my questions. Do you write poetry? Because I can hear it in there. I can hear it all throughout the music. I know artists like yourself and the people that influence you, they are into poetry and things like that. So do you still write, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about just putting out your poetry just as a, like, without just the music part, just poetry on its own?
No, because I'm not that deep into poetry. Like if I wrote poems, it was like I said, like a diary. Like I would just write down all my feelings and it would just kind of like come together as sounding like a poem. And I don't know, like, cause when I write I don't be like, your diary today was pretty awful. Like I just like, I put it into like metaphors and like, you know, stuff like that. So then, I mean, that's just contributed to me writing as an artist with music as well. So.
Okay, so speaking on your sound as well, you're influenced by Janae and Erykah Badu, and they both have distinct sounds. So yours is, I feel like it was like euphoric, like I was going on like a journey, which like you said, because it's a story through the 8 songs. But I feel like it's like a euphoric sound. Like, where did you pick up from that? Because I know you got different influences. Like, was that the purpose of the project to sound like that?
No, kind of like I said earlier, it was like, this wasn't planned. Like, low-key, the songs were just made at different times. Like, I'm telling you, On and On, or On and Off, and Crazy as Fuck, those 2 songs were made a week before May 5th, and I was dropping it May 15th. So, like, those came out of nowhere. Like, those were just, like, sometimes when I hear a beat, it'll take me back to a time of, like, it'll remind me of something. Like, it'll just remind me of a time. So then I made those songs later in, but yeah, like it wasn't planned. Like I didn't mean for it to do that. Like it wasn't meant to do that, but it did. So it worked out.
That's good. That's good that it went like that. And what I hear different like decades. So what decade of R&B really influenced you? Because it's different. It's 70s. You can do the 80s, 90s, early 2000s.
I will say definitely like the 90s. Like, okay, so I don't know if you listen or you remember Finesse Queen. That one is like the kind of disco-y one. That one was definitely, even though it's disco-y, it reminds, or it was influenced more like by like Whitney. Like I feel like Whitney has definitely influenced me too. I didn't say that, but Whitney has. Like not necessarily vocally, obviously, but like I don't know. That time, like I just feel like music was just like pure. And people were saying what they meant. No one like really beat around the bush. They said it, but they said it with grace. And I feel like in my music, I definitely say I talk a lot of shit.
You do. I
yes. I say a lot of things people don't catch because I'm saying it with grace. Like no one understands until they like replay and they like, wait, she just said, what did she just do that, man? Yeah, I would say like decade wise, definitely like the 90s. Maybe a little bit of the 70s, but more like in that 90 area. That's
it. When you say you be talking shit in your songs, I picked up on a lot of stuff. And it reminded me of how people say Brent Faiyaz is worse than Future because he's seeing the bad stuff that he be doing on women and he make it sound good. So that's why I hear that in your songs.
Yeah.
Shit you be talking, it sounds so smooth, but you talking a lot of shit. See, yeah. I like that. That's nice. And I feel like a lot of women, a lot of females in our age group can relate to that though. It's like you saying they want to say, that's something they want to hear. You're not sugarcoating nothing.
No, it's all said. It's all blunt. I ain't sugarcoat nothing.
That's great. That's great. Because I know Janae do that too. So that's if like
Yeah.
Janae's.
That's why I said, yeah, she definitely influenced my writing too, because I like how she does it.
Yeah. Well, you already talked about how you approach the project. What goes into writing just a song in general? Because you say you hear something and it make you remind you over time. So what goes into writing a song in general for you?
I have this thing where I don't write. Like some people like, oh, you should write a song. Like it's not a thing. Like when I write, it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna write today. It's like I have to be in the mood and I have to feel it. So like going into my writing, like I just can't write a song like off rip. I could if I wanted to, but like, you know, it's not gonna have as much feeling and passion as a song like if I'm actually in a moment. So like I actually try to write when I'm feeling that way. But I actually want to learn how to write from other people's perspective. So like seeing people's situations and then writing about it, even though I may not go through it, like, you know, so yeah, a lot goes into writing though. No, I'm lying. Actually, not too much. I could write a song in like 15 minutes and be done. I think I wrote Crazy as Fuck, which is the most popular song on that EP. I wrote that probably 20 minutes it took to write that.
I mean, that comes with talent and it also comes with relatability. So if you can write that fast, and the stuff you're talking about and you writing like that, that's crazy. So speaking on the most popular song, what feedback have you been getting from this project?
I've actually been getting really mixed reviews. Like more, not saying like no one said anything bad, but like mixed reviews as in some people like some like other stuff more than the other. Like I thought it was gonna be one select song, everybody's gonna be like, okay, or like two select songs, and everybody would just be like, the rest of the EP. Like people have told me different mixtures of like songs that they like, oh, I like Finesse Queen and I like On and Off. And I'm like, really? Like those not even the best ones on the thing. But like everybody has their different opinions on it, which I love. Because I like for everybody to have their own favorite on there. So I've been getting a lot of good feedback. I like how this project I've been getting like mixtures of what people like.
Okay, so as a singer, R&B artist, I know a lot of them they play instruments or something. Do you have anything, you play instrument, anything like that?
That's so funny that you say that because I'm telling you, like probably last night I ordered a piano. Yeah. I like to expand musically. Like doing this producing thing really like made me open up to music more. Like I knew, okay, I sang and I wrote well, but like I was just like, okay, like I want to get into it a little bit more. And I see other art, like you said, like I see other artists, someone walk plays the guitar, you know. So I was just like, you know, I might as well try to learn something. I'm in quarantine, so I ordered a piano. It should be here.
Perfect time.
Learn how to do that. So yeah, hopefully I master it by the end of summer. I can play the piano.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you produced your own stuff. Have you thought about producing anybody else's music? You ever thought of producing anybody else's music since you producing your own?
I'm sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear that last part.
Okay. Have you thought of producing anybody else's music besides your own?
Oh, no.
No.
I've had people ask me, actually. Like, I've had some guys ask me, like, hey, I saw you got a home studio. Like, can I rap and stuff? And, like, I'll pay you to, like, you know, produce it. But I know, like, so I know my music. I've had other producers actually, like, give me feedback on my producing. And, like, they'll tell me what's wrong with it. Because I know it's not perfect. I know, like, there's a lot to learn. But I don't ever want to do somebody else's stuff. On top of that, charge them, knowing that I don't even know what I'm doing myself. Like, I have so much to learn. Like, I can listen back, and I learn more now, so I can listen back at my songs and be like, the audio for this, like, needs to be, like, different, you know? So, like, I don't want to do anybody else's stuff until I perfect my own. But who knows when that's
Makes sense. Make perfect sense. I'm speaking on producing. Did you think about having somebody else produce your project for you?
Yes. I actually went through that already. So I went through a whole thing of people producing my music. And it just like every time they did it though, it didn't come out how I wanted it to come out. Like it just didn't sound, and I also wasn't comfortable like just being free, like being like singing how I want to sing, because like they expect me to sing a certain type of way. And like I know that my voice is a little different. So I definitely no, yeah, like I definitely went through that whole thing of like producing with other people. And that's why I bought my studio equipment. I actually talked to, I should say names, I'll say it. It's an interview. Get out the exclusive deets.
Okay. Come on.
I talked to Punch, so he's the president of Top Dog Entertainment, and I'm pretty cool. Well, like where for him, like he's the reason why I got the studio. He told me, like, stop paying people $100 every session, get you a studio. So then I invested in a studio. I sent him stuff. I sent him my EP too, and he told me like he liked it, and like he told me what stuff to like work on. He told me to keep going and stuff. So that's been cool. That's been really cool because like he works with SZA and stuff. So like I love that. But yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah, he's the reason why I got the studio. So yeah, I don't want nobody else mixing my stuff. I want to learn how to do it myself because I know how I like my stuff to sound.
That's
unless it's one on track song. Then yeah.
Okay. Damn. Wow. So would you work with like a hip hop artist on songs, like to collab, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty open. Like as long as the sound, I don't ever want to change my sound. I feel like a lot of artists will work with people and just to kind of like get those views, I guess, they kind of like change their sound and they kind of get away from their sound and sounding like who they are and like who they truly are musically. So as long as the person like fits my flow, then like I definitely would be okay with like collabing with a hip hop artist.
Okay. Speaking of getting the views and being big, do you want to be a big time singer, big time artist?
I just want money.
Money.
Like, I mean, I had read some the other day and they was talking about like followers are great, but like they don't pay you. Like you're not, like they don't pay the bills. And I just want money, not in a way of just greedy, but like I want to spoil my mom. I want to live nice. I want my kids to be able to do the sports or whatever they want to do. I don't want to have to, I want to be stable basically. So I do music because one is my passion, but if I can make money while doing it, then like the fame is nice too, but like I don't really care for that too much because when you really get it, it's not that fun probably.
It's not that fun probably. Wow. That was a truthful answer too. Speaking on this, you are the third person we have interviewed, and each time I ask them, I always ask the same question in each interview. It's the one question I keep. Everybody has the same answer. I don't know what it is with new artists nowadays, but it's like they don't want to be famous just to be famous. They want to be recognized for their work. So I'm glad you like that, and you want the money too, which is fair.
Yeah.
You don't want money.
I don't care about the other stuff that come with. I just want people to listen to my music and get what they like need to get from it because I feel like my story could be similar. Like I could help somebody else through a situation. Like that's the biggest thing with my music is I want other people to hear it and be like, oh my God, I feel like when I listen to Janae Aiko, like she done got me through so many breakups and different things like that. So I want people to listen to my music and feel that same way about themselves. Like it helps them get through stuff. But also I get a little coin to spoil my mama too.
That's the bonus. Wait, so you said breakups. Do the dudes that you're talking about know that you're talking about them in the song?
Hey, listen, if the dude who mainly, because it's really
it's one person that influenced it.
I don't be talking to everybody. So if the dude who it is about, which I know he knows about him, because it's very clear. Like in the poetry, that part is very clear. Like at the end, some people might not be able to connect to the last like bits of it because it's so specific. Like, but I say something that like was our last conversation of what he said. Like I say the exact words of what he said to me, like the exact words. So, and then ex-girl tells the entire story like of what happened. So like
no, if he listened, he knows.
He'll definitely know. Like, and if he don't, then
yeah, something wrong with what? You put the last piece of the conversation in there.
Yes, the last text messages. Literally, life goes on. That's in there. And poetry, life goes on. I say, niggas saying life goes on, but what if life goes wrong? And that's that.
I don't want to be buddy because that shit probably hit. I'm like, oh, what? Wow. Okay. Do you have any artists that you want to work with?
Janae Aiko.
Janae.
That's for sure. Like Janae Aiko, Summer Walker. I would want to work with her. And like SZA, Ari Lennox, those type of her. I would love to work with people like that.
Do you plan? I was going. Should I ask? Do you plan on shooting any videos? I know it's quarantine, but do you plan on trying to shoot any videos for the project?
Mr. Hendrix, Hidden Complexity. Yeah, I got mine too. But we have talked and we are looking into shooting a video for 2 of my top songs.
2 of them. Okay. Okay. Do you have a vision for those videos? Because I seen the aesthetic on the cover art with the flowers and the deep blue. Is that the vision for the video? Because it like I think it's euphoric. It's like a fairy almost. It's
yeah.
Not,
No, that's not. Cause like for X Girl, that one has like a very throwback vibe to it, like a 2000s like kind of ring to it. So that one I want to do like a 2000s type vibe video, something like that. And then for Crazy as Fuck, obviously I want to be crazy as fuck in that video. Like I want to just act crazy. So I want that to be more like a movie.
Okay.
So.
And you got the creative direction for that, and you got the right person to work with, Mr. Hendrix.
Yes, Mr. Hendrix.
Okay, so we got the artist you want to work with, we got the project. What is next for you after this? You got anything else lined up?
I'm currently working on an album. Now I've actually had the album already together. Like I'm telling you, Voice Tears was an idea in 2017, 2018. Like that name, that was actually supposed to be my album. But I started coming up with all these songs and it went with the name better than what my album was supposed to be. So then I just took the name of Voice Tears and made the EP name. But right now, so I changed my album name. And I'm working on that right now, trying to come out with that like maybe fall, winter, we'll see. Because it's going to be a longer project and I want to perfect it a little bit more. But yeah, I'm working on an album and also working on getting out of here and graduating so I can go into my next step in life.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's great. With the album, is it gonna be? You say you already had it planned out. Is it gonna be like one story again, or is it just gonna be a collection of songs?
That's not gonna be because that would be a long story. Because I plan to have like I don't know, probably like a couple, like 15 something on there. So that one's not gonna be a story. That one's gonna be more so just a mixture of situations. Love songs, heartbreak songs, it all.
Okay. I like it. You said fall or winter this year, correct?
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for.
Hoping. Let's hope the world gets back right so everything can go smoothly.
Yeah.
I don't have really nothing else for you. I always end an interview though with 5 things. So I'm gonna give you a question. You gotta answer with 5 options. So I'm gonna ask you your 5 favorite R&B albums of all time.
Oh, golly. Shea Butter with Miss Ari. Oh my gosh, you don't make me go to my phone really quick. Oh, Summer Walker, Last Day of Summer, for sure. Janae, I can't even pick. I say her recent Chlambo, that was pretty great. That's another one that I listen to. I don't know if I should put Doja Cat in that because she sings sometimes. She rap, but she do be singing sometimes.
She do.
But her first project that she released, I don't even know what it was. I forgot what it was called. I had that on repeat. It had the Keep It Juicy. That was on there. Yes. And then her, is literally that was what it was called. Her. That was her first project that I had on repeat.
Okay, gave me your 5. That's all I needed from you. I enjoyed the project. It is fantastic. Like I said, you give me Erykah Badu, and it was throughout the project. It is great. I hope you're being safe during quarantine. Take care of yourself.
Thank
you. That's it.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Adios.
Bye.
Boom, boom. And we are out.